So I've heard that a lot of you don't like beans. So today I wanted to show you some great recipes that help you eat your beans every day without feeling like you're eating a whole bowl of beans. So let's get started with my barbecue bean burger, and it is fantastic. I love to put some onions on my burger, so I'm going to start by caramelizing some onions. If you're just starting a plant-based diet, you need to really invest in some tools that will help you make the chopping and stuff easier so you get more cooking done faster. So I'm using my slicer today. I thinly sliced some onions up so that I can caramelize them for my burgers. Honestly, I don't have time for a whole caramelization, so I'm going to show you my quick version. I want to get my pan really hot, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of water and put the lid on. That's going to help steam or sweat my onions so that they release their water more quickly, and that way they'll brown more quickly. At the end, I'm also going to add just a little bit of barbecue sauce to add a little extra sweetness that I would have gotten if I let them caramelize longer. Let's get started on our bean burgers. I'm going to use a can of red beans. There we go. And as always, I like to rinse and drain those. Beans have a lot of plant protein and they're high fiber, so they're super good for your gut health, and they'll help you feel full longer. So let's mash up our beans with a potato masher. We don't want to put these in a food processor because we don't want them to turn into a paste. We want them to have some texture for our burger. To our mashed beans, we are going to add in some onions and peppers that I have lightly sauteed. You don't necessarily have to cook the peppers and onions ahead of time, but I like to do that because I like to make sure they're cooked all the way through. Let's add in some water, a little bit of salt, and some barbecue seasoning. Now you can buy barbecue seasoning at the grocery store, but you can also make your own at home. I'll put a recipe or a link to a recipe in the description box below. That's going to give a lot of barbecue flavor that make these burgers so good. These barbecue burgers are great for a summertime barbecue, but they're also great for meal prep because you can make them ahead and keep them in the freezer. And they just add a delicious, healthy way to eat beans. And our last ingredient is going to be some breadcrumbs. You can see these are super easy. They're just a few ingredients. These breadcrumbs are going to hold everything together. Oops. Spilled a little bit out. I think I'm going to get in here with my hands and make sure that they get all mashed up well. Still getting awful messy. It feels a little crumbly, or it looks a little crumbly, but they do hold together well. You want to let those sit for just a minute so those breadcrumbs can soak up that liquid and make them stick together really well. I'm going to clean up my mess. You can see our burgers are holding together nicely, and I'm going to make these into some delicious burgers. It's going to be so good. I'm looking forward to supper tonight. One of the reasons I like to do these into smash burgers is because I do like them to be super thin. That makes sure they get cooked all the way through and they get crispy and a really good texture. And this batch makes about 4 burgers. It may not look like a great hamburger, but trust me, it's going to be delicious. One thing I like to do to amp up the barbecue flavor in these burgers is to add just a little bit of barbecue sauce to the sauteed onions. In my opinion, these onions really make the burger. All right, let's make our burgers. We're going to start by adding just a few of these onions to the pan. If you smash it down too much, those patties are going to fall apart. So we want to make sure that they're not too smashed, but smashed into those onions enough that they will make a nice crust on the burger. Of course, you can cook these without the onions also. They're still really good that way. These burgers look great. Let's make a quick burger sauce to take these burgers over the top. I'm going to use a little bit of mayonnaise, pickle juice. I like Clausen's. and some of the barbecue seasoning we used earlier. And that's a simple sauce for our burgers. It's time to build some burgers. When I make my burgers, I like to use a 100% whole wheat bun. These smoky barbecue burgers are hearty and savory, and they're easily made with the staples you already have in your pantry. Doesn't that burger look so good? I cannot wait to take a bite out of this burger. It's got all that smoky barbecue flavor that you love. It's super easy, very few ingredients, and it's made out of beans. The crispy edges of this burger remind me of the crispy beans that we make to put on salads and in soups. Let me show you how to make those. Those are fantastic. After that, I'll show you how to make my tofu taco burger with black beans. If one of the reasons you don't like beans is because of the texture, then this recipe is for you. Let's get started on our crispy beans. I'm not sure what else to call them. These are kind of like a crouton that I put in my salad that add a lot of protein and fiber and make the salad feel like more substantial. But I also like to put them as croutons on top of my soups and things like that. As is our custom, we are going to drain and rinse them. This recipe is a little different because now we're going to dry off our beans. So we're just going to dry off our beans in a towel. This recipe is so easy, only a few ingredients. We're going to start by putting our beans on the pan. Now what I like to do to get good crispy edges is to just smash each bean slightly. I do that with my hands because it's easy to do. And it just gives a little bit more surface area to crisp up and make a delicious crispy bean. Add a little bit of oil, stir them up. I'm going to wait and add the seasoning until later because I don't want it to burn on the beans. All right, into the oven for about 30 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes and it's time to stir our beans. I like to flip them over about halfway through, and you can see they're already getting nice and crispy. They don't even look like beans anymore. Our crispy beans are done, so I'm going to grab those out of the oven and put them in this bowl. But first, I want to add in some garlic powder, some onion powder, some kosher salt, and just a little bit of Italian seasoning. I also like to add a little crushed red pepper for some zip. You can really add whatever seasonings you like here. I'm going to add in my crispy beans now with a drizzle of olive oil so everything sticks to the beans. And this makes a great crunchy crouton to add to just about anything. I'm going to show you my tofu black bean taco filling that is really good. And you can do the same thing. If you don't want to use tofu, you can always use a veggie burger or even a ground beef. And adding the beans will add fiber and extra plant protein. And you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to try the viral 4-ingredient chickpea blondie. And we're going to see if it's any good and see if it's another great way to get our beans and also get dessert. Just going to open up my tofu. I'm not going to bother pressing the tofu, it really doesn't need it. So let's just crumble it up into the bowl. I want to get this nice and crumbled so that it will resemble a ground beef. If you wanted to shred it with a shredder, that will work too. I always like to start my taco meat with onions and peppers, but you can leave those out. And I'm also adding in a little bit of jalapeno for spice. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of my minced garlic. Hey, I've noticed that a lot of you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. And I'm sure it's an oversight because you don't want to miss any great recipes. So while you're here, why don't you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so we'll let you know when we post a new recipe. And then my crumbled tofu. This is one of my favorite quick dinners because it's high in fiber and high in protein, and nobody complains because it's tacos and everybody loves good tacos. All right, this tofu is looking pretty good. I'm gonna start adding in some seasonings. I've got some of my homemade taco seasoning. A big tablespoon of tomato paste. And I know this sounds like a strange ingredient, but I'm gonna do a little drizzle of molasses. Molasses is high in iron, and it has a little bit of an iron flavor, which is what meat has in it. And so we're gonna add that. Then I just wanna add a little bit of water to make sure all that mixes in. I'm also going to add in my black beans. Now let's cook this down, and you can mash up those black beans. I meant to mash them up a little bit before I put them in, but I forgot. So just go ahead and mash them up as you go. And let that water cook off. So the trick to this taco burger is to make sure it's nice and brown. You don't want it to look white or partially cooked in here. So I made a little bit of a mistake when I added the black beans to the pan. They should have been slightly mashed first. That way you can hide them better in the tofu. Even though I forgot to mash the beans before I added them to tofu, you can see that they melt right into the tofu burger and nobody really knows they're there. And you're still getting all that good fiber. And you can do this if you're using a veggie burger or even ground beef. And it adds the extra nutrition to your meal without anybody really knowing it's there. So let's build ourselves a great taco. You can add any toppings you like. That's a great taco. It's time for dessert. We are going to make our chickpea blondie. Let's start by putting a can of chickpeas into our food processor. This is one of those tools that you're going to want to invest in when you become plant-based because it makes everything so much easier. To that, we are going to add in our maple syrup. Add in some almond butter. You can also use peanut butter here. Also a good source of protein. And a little bit of baking powder. That's it for those ingredients. Let's blend it out. That looks done. Look how creamy it is. Now, just for my own personal preference, I'm going to add in a few walnuts and also a little bit of chocolate chips. I'm going to give it a quick pulse to mix it up, but I'm not going to blend it. I don't want them to be smooth. Oops. Let me do that. Okay. All right. It's all done. Let's put it in the pan. We just need to spread this out evenly and put it into the oven for about 30 minutes. So here are my bean blondies. They don't look anything like the ones in the video, but I'm hoping they taste good. If I'm being honest, these bean blondies are a big no from me, but I hope you found some recipes here that you can start eating more beans in your everyday life. And if you need some help kind of reduce the gas and bloating that can be caused from beans, check out this video right here.